What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jaja Thinks, and I just wanted to make a quick reaction. On the first take video, the Celtics and these Celtic injuries will affect this series. Um, it's a first take. This video was on first take YouTube, and I was just kind of mad about it because the whole NBA media is just making excuses on why the Celtics didn't win game one, why they might be affected. When it's like, bro, their two best players are not missing. I know they two key role players are missing. But hey, it doesn't matter. Next man up. Next man up. That's the mentality that Miami's had this whole season. Next man up. So this series alone will show you if Tatum is who everybody says he is, a superstar. Next up, I feel like he's coming, but he got to show me right now. I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about now. What are you doing for me now? Tatum was balling in the first half. Then Miami switched the game plan, start blitzing him, start forcing him to make passes, make quick decisions. Kind of like what the Celtics was doing to KD. And it started fucking up with his mental. He had 21 in the first half. He finished with 29 points. So you already can tell how bad he played. The way he was playing, if Miami kept playing like how they was in the first half, it looked like he was about to drop 40. That's how bad it was. But Miami, shout out to Miami and Coach Spo for switching their game plan, start blitzing him, because we got to treat him like he's a superstar. We got to give him the superstar treatment. Now, what is the superstar going to do? What is Udoka going to do? Because Udoka, he's a great, hell of a coach. I want to see what he's going to do, because they look shook out there in the second half. And I don't want to hear no excuses. They ain't have Al Horford, they ain't have Marcus Smart. No, I don't care. They had Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the two best players. And hell, in the first half, they didn't look like they was missed. They didn't look like they was missed in the first half. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles, baby.
The Celtics have to figure out a way to stop Jimmy Butler. One way to do that would be to have the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart, on the court. What's the latest on him and Al Horford?
Christine, we got good news and bad news for the Celtics injury.
Oh yeah, Al Horford and Marcus Smart are gonna play in game 2, so I don't need to hear no excuses. The only person that's not gonna play is Derek White, and Derek White is a bench player, so it does not matter. I don't care. So if they lose game 2, there's no excuse. They're the better team, right? So they should win game 2. They're gonna beat us in 5, right? So they should be winning game 2. Okay then.
Front right now. So Marcus Smart has been upgraded to probable. I do believe he's going to play.
He's gonna play
tonight. But within the last few minutes, the Celtics just announced that Derek White, who's one of their key defensive perimeter players, is going to miss tonight's game due to personal reasons.
Did you just hear that fucking trying to make it seem like Derek White is as good as, man, we don't get no fuck, man. Derek White is a role player. He's a good defender, don't get me wrong, but don't make it seem like they're gonna miss him. They got DPOY Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, the superstar, Al Horford, and Rob Will. So they cool.
So one step forward, one step back in terms of depth. And, you know, this is a factor, because one of the reasons why the Heat were so successful in the second half of Game 1 is that they attacked Peyton Pritchard, who had to play way more minutes than normal. And now, even if Marcus Smart is effective and is able to come back and play close to normal minutes, which we may not want to assume because he's got this sprained foot, with no Derek White, they're going to have to, again, rely on Pritchard. So that's one thing. Now the Al Horford issue. He is listed as doubtful for tonight, and that is not a surprise, because in health and safety protocols, typically the minimum you're going to be out is 5 days unless you test out. And testing out has multiple stages and is not simple in terms of timing. So the fact that he would not play in tonight was something the Celtics were prepared for. But they also have the reality that he very well could not be available, depending on how he's feeling, depending on how the tests go, for Saturday's Game 3. And you look up and down the Celtics roster, you've got Robert Williams, who is back but still dealing with the knee issue. You've got
now Robert Williams dealing with a knee issue. Crazy.
Jason Tatum dealing with a wrist issue. You've got Jaylen Brown still coming off of a hamstring issue. This is a very...
Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Why is all these excuses being handed to the Boston Celtics? Why are these excuses being handed to the Boston Celtics? We don't care that they had to go to 3 cities within a week. I don't care. Play ball. Next man up. They talking about now Jason Tatum has a wrist soreness. I don't care. But Jaylen Brown got a hammy problem. I don't care. Next man up. You got a ball. Like, come on now. Stop making excuses.
But they are not particularly deep. They really only run about 7.5 players. So these injuries are a real threat to this series and their chances of the title.
Stop the cap.
Wendy, I'm not sure if you know this, but have we found out whether Al Horford has had a negative test yet or not?
I don't know that. A couple of things that are important, Jay, I can tell you. Al Horford, on the record with the Boston Globe within the last 6 weeks, has said that he is vaccinated. I still am not 100% clear whether he's symptomatic. Ime Udoka, by the way, I should point this out. Ime Udoka missed yesterday's availability due to what the Celtics called a non-COVID illness.
Tough titty. We don't care. Ime Udoka's gonna be he's gonna be there, so it doesn't matter.
Have several other positives within their traveling party. So everything right now is a little bit fragile. But the last time we checked with Ime Udoka, he said that Horford, quote, felt fine. So being symptomatic is a factor here. And we don't have an update on how Al is feeling. We'll hopefully get that later today.
Wow. I mean, obviously not having Al Horford really hurts the Boston Celtics just because of his ability to spread the floor. But also, Wendy, the experience, right? Like, that is a guy, he's a constant communicator, one of the backbones of the defense, a guy that can communicate to the guards what all the actions are on every single ball screen as that changes due to personnel. And also,
he might be a vet, but he's got as much experience as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So what's the excuse? What is the excuse, my guy? What's the excuse? There's no excuse. They done been to the conference finals 3 times now. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I don't care, man. I don't care about all these excuses, bro. This video really just pissed me off a little bit.
his ability to make shots, and that allows Bam Adebayo to literally roam the paint. And also that makes it difficult for guys like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown to even get into those gaps to find a way to finish at the rim or kick out the 3-point shooters.
And with, I'm sorry for keep pausing it, but with Al Horford in or out the lineup, Bam is gonna do the same thing regardless, because when every time Bam runs to the paint, and I think it would be easier if, like, I feel like in this series, Rob Will is more important than Al Horford. Not because he's better, it's just Al Horford may be able to stretch the floor, but, like, particularly in the first half, like, Rob Will was killing us. Like, he was grabbing basically every offensive rebound. It felt like it. And every time Tatum or Brown or, hell, I think Derek White even got him one. Every time they went in the paint, they either shoot it, miss, Rob gets the lay in, or when they drive, Bam comes in to help. they pass it. They either throw it up and Rob gonna get it, throw it at the rim, Rob gonna get it, or they just dump it off to Rob Will and he dunks it or baby floater. So I'm not saying Al Horford can't do that, but he's more of a stretch now, and he's not as nearly as athletic as Rob Will. So I feel like that'll be easier to guard because when Tatum or Brown beat us, Bam's gonna help, and whoever got beat off the drive is gonna go straight to Al Horford and contest his shot, and I will live with that every day.
The thing that is interesting most of all is Marcus Smart trying to come back and not be fully healthy. With now Derek White being out, you're still going to need to utilize Peyton Pritchard. And I said it before you came on, Wendy. And I love Peyton Pritchard. I watched him play at Oregon. He's
Don't matter.
A player, tough as nails, made some difficult shots for them in game one.
Don't matter.
Certain players as an NBA player, when you see them walk on the floor, if you get to an Eastern Conference Finals or semis or a World Championship, or heck, even back in college, if a guy gets hurt, you see him, you know, like, all right, you are going to be the guy. And how you play today will dictate whether your team can stay in this game or whether your team gets beat out. Because they will find a way to get Peyton Pritchard to guard Jimmy Butler, or get Peyton Pritchard to guard who they want in all the action. And that is a major concern for Ime Udoka and the Boston Celtics.
And if Derek White was in the lineup, he's still the worst defender out of all of them. And unless you're going to have a starting lineup of Smart, Brown, Tatum, Grant, and Horford or Rob Will, I feel like, and that's still even bad because Jimmy, the best defender on him to me right now probably would be, I say Tatum, because Tatum has made that leap defensively. I give him his props on that. But I still think he can cook Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown not no bad defender at all, but I still feel like Jimmy can get to his spots and cook him. And then Marcus Smart, I got to see how he looks in game 2, because if he's just out there trying to, and he's not fully 100%, oh yeah, we going to attack him too. And then Al Horford, if they put Al Horford on him, because they might do that. They might put Al Horford on him. I feel like Jimmy's going to get to his spots on him as well, because they were trying to do that with Bam. I think they even did a little bit of that with, did John Collins? I don't remember that series like that. I already knew, I watched like one game for that, but I already knew that Miami was going to beat Atlanta. I really didn't care, but they tried to put Bam on. I said Bam. They tried to put Embiid on Jimmy, and Jimmy was cooking Embiid. It don't matter. And if you have like Rob Will wrong, Jimmy's gonna find an open man. So I'm not trying to hear that, bro. The way they talking, they both back. So Boston got to win this game too.
Yeah, and one thing I will say that, the Heat are missing Kyle Lowry. He will miss the game, but they're 7-0 without Kyle Lowry in these.
Now he points out the record.
Because they get,
when Smart was missing out the lineup, didn't they blow Milwaukee out? I think they blew Milwaukee out that game when Marcus Smart was hurt. So I don't care.
Get tremendous play off the bench from Gabe Vincent, a guy who's an undrafted player who they've developed throughout the season. The Heat doesn't have the same top line talent. I don't think it's the Celtics, although I'm sure a Heat fan or somebody from the Heat organization would be glad to debate me or you on that.
Nah, Boston's more talented, but I'm still taking the Heat. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. Boston's more talented, especially offensively, but I'm still gonna rock with the Heat. I gotta rock with the boys. Them girls from Dade County.
But the Celtics' depth is not comparable to the Heat's depth. The Heat can really comfortably play 9 or 10 players in this series without even breaking a sweat.
Bro, no, bro. Because the Celtics can too. They can still play Pritchard in spurts. They can still play Pritchard in spurts, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
But realistically, 9 or 10 players. The Celtics are just not at that factor right now. And again, the rest situation, even though we're into game 2 and there was no travel, the rest situation still favors the Heat. So, a real tough spot for the Celtics to be in. I will say that they are very resilient. Remember, they were down 3 different times in the series to the Bucks: 1-0, 2-1, and 3-2. They have won 4 road games in this playoff so far. So I am certainly not counting them out, but the hand that they're holding continues to deteriorate a little bit.
Wendy's not counting them out. Jay, well, do you feel like Boston absolutely needs to win this game tonight in order to make this a series?
They don't.
No, I do not. I still believe they can go home and defend home court.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I'm concerned about this series right now. And for me, not having Marcus Smart fully healthy. Wendy, you went through all the names. Robert Williams coming off that back injury. You talked about
Hey, you got to get it done.
The dunk on Giannis, the wrist injury, how he's dealing with that. Jaylen Brown, injury to a degree. How Marcus Smart guards.
I really don't care about their injuries because 2 years ago in the bubble, when Miami lost Dragic, our leading scorer, and Bam, our best big man, they didn't care. They was talking about LeBron winning his 4th ring. So I really don't care. I really don't care what they're going to. And Tatum got his 2nd best player, and he's supposed to be the best player in the series. He got to get it done. He got to get it done.
The likes of Jimmy Butler will be critical to tonight's game, and that will be tested each and every possession. And now not having Derek White, another guy that can initiate your offense or even just spread the floor once again, we understand.
See, oh yeah, that's what I loved. That's what I love right there. That's what I love. Because they were just dumping it off in the paint to Rob Will. Especially in the second half. Every time Gabe Vincent, every time he had the ball, Gabe Vincent just got it. I was like, that's my boy. Love it. Wow, love it.
That is when you play a team like the Miami Heat who can shrink the floor. When you get into those gaps, guys have to be ready to shoot. That's a major loss. So, I mean, look, Marcus Smart can help them initiate the offense. I think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have to explode. Those two need to be prolific tonight.
That boy Jimmy had a master class.
Performance from Marcus Smart in order to compensate for all the pieces that are missing. Because here's the one thing I do know about the Miami Heat. And you talk about Wendy living down there for a short time. I lived down there for 3 years. I spent some time with some of those guys. When they smell blood in the water, they are sharks.
Woo! All right, YouTube. I'm gonna holler back at y'all again, man. That was a good one.